going on, y'all? I'm about to talk about the Galera. Apparently, he had this incident or something that happened during his stream where everybody keeps saying, "Yo, BX, you got to check this out." Right? He's saying, "You got to check this out. It's crazy." Right? Stuff went down, all this other stuff. All right. I'll check it out. Right? I don't really know some of the people that he's referring to, but apparently he plays certain calls and does other messy stuff. I guess I'll find out. Right? I guess I'll find out. So let me rewind this back a little bit. I'll pull it up. I'll put a picture of the Galera up on the screen because I don't want to play his actual video. But let's see what happens, man.
100% natural cheddar.
Yep.
For 2023. You.
What is
Thing on merge.
Oh my gosh, he got the most garbage intro. All right, is this okay? Did the intro end yet? Damn. All right, hold on. I'm gonna skip this intro, man. All right, is this him with the Hustler shirt on?
And
nope, that's still an intro. Okay. All right, here he is. Damn.
Woo! That is, I am pissed.
30 years.
Woo! That's what that is. Woo! Man, what in the fuck was that? What in the shit was that? Dude, hold on, man. I need I need somebody to validate. I need somebody to validate my feelings here.
holy? What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that private pilot?
Oh man, I'm trying to like keep this light, bro, but it's probably not gonna happen. Listen, it's probably not gonna fucking happen. All right, because it's kind of like finding out Santa Claus isn't real. You know what I mean? It's like the adult equivalent to finding out that Santa Claus isn't real. I mean, how many times have I fucking vouched for this dude? How much did I talk this guy up last night?
I don't know what the hell he talking about. First of all, you saying that you need your fans to validate your feelings is crazy. That just sounds insane to me. I need my fans to validate my feelings. Please, just come and agree with me. Okay, so I'm assuming that he had another falling out with some dude.
How much did I fucking say to everybody? Please don't misunderstand him. He's coming from a certain place. I get where he's coming from. Blah, 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 blah. I absolutely defended this guy. I never once have ever said anything negative about police off the cuff. Never once until I will tonight, but police never once before. And I go in that chat and I realize there's a lot of people that were in my chat last night who were there.
I don't know police off the cuff or nothing. He needs someone to validate his feelings. That's what he said. Please, I need someone to validate my feelings. Please. Like, you're a weirdo. He is a weirdo.
Yesterday because I sent them there. I sent them there to support, not to start shit, not to give anybody any shit, not to take cheap jabs at anybody. First of all, now that's not on me if it did happen because I didn't know that he was going to have fucking Coffindoffer on there. I probably should have, but I didn't know that he was going to have Coffindoffer on there. And you're right, Meredith Fagan. Nobody did. Some of you guys were just a little disappointed to see Coffindoffer in there, and rightfully so. Glamour Suze, welcome to Logic. I appreciate you. And no, you guys were awesome. You guys were all super, super kind. Except for, the clear disappointment with based on your history. This is fair. You have a history with Coffindoffer. And you have a right to express your feelings respectfully, which is what most of you did, respectfully about Jennifer Coffindoffer being in the chat, or being on the panel, excuse me. And yeah, no, Christine Eileen, I heard, but here, I'm going to get my petty shit out of the way real quick. I mean, a lot of this is going to be kind of petty, but I'm going to get my petty shit out of the way, the main petty shit, which is in my community post that I expressed very vividly. I get into that chat and I realize that the very people that I sent over there who I saw in Young Jerk's chat tonight, and I see in many other chats, I see in Turtle Boy's chats, and,
you over here policing people's chats. You over here policing chats still. Grow up, Glamour. Damn. Like, grow up, bro. Are you still policing chats? What you doing? You're too old, Pimpin'. Way too old, fam. Come on. Like this dude, he really act like his high school.
People who I have grown a rapport with. who we always say hi to each other. And I'm saying hi to people and I'm not getting any response back. And I'm wondering what's going on. I'm saying hi.
Wait, is this why he needed his chat to validate his feelings though? That's why he was like, yo, I need y'all to validate my feelings. Yo, my feelings is hurt, guys. I need somebody to come on here and tell me that I'm going to be okay and that I'm special and that I'm loved. And you special, you smart, you appreciated. Yo, he is such a bitch.
And nobody's saying shit back to me. I'm like, hold on. All of a sudden, did everyone get sick of me all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Does everybody not like me all of a sudden?
Uh-huh.
And then I realized that before the live stream even started, that my channel, this channel that you're watching me on, was
nobody likes it
from that chat. I don't know why. I know Dawn Marie didn't do it. Me and Dawn Marie, we've always been very respectful towards each other. Normally, I see Dawn Marie modding for Duty Ron's chat. I have a lot of respect, still have a lot of respect for Duty Ron. And I realize that Duty Ron and Police Off the Cuff are friends, and he's probably not going to like me very much after this stream.
Fam, they don't like you. Move on. Move on. I don't even know this person. You said, hold on, yesterday they a retired FBI agent, Justice Comp Jupiter. Oh, that's who the Gen person is? Who's the Police Off the Cuff guy? Are they nasty? I don't want to speak on them too much because I don't know if they nasty or not.
Human, that's fine, but I am not going to compromise my own convictions.
Well, let me put this up though, just
because I want to appease to other creators who I like and respect. I'm just not going to do that. It's not in my fucking DNA to do that. So, respectfully, sorry, Duty Ron, but I'm about to trash your boy because he acted like a fucking simp tonight. And I saw the true colors of Police Off the Cuff tonight. I saw the true colors of Bill Cannon of Police Off the Cuff.
Yo, you too old, bro. You way too old, my guy. You gotta chill out
tonight. And it was extremely disappointing.
Crazy.
It almost made me sick to my stomach, if I'm being honest. And this is what bugs me.
They're not nasty.
Listen, y'all ain't gonna take jabs at Duty Ron.
My chat don't be lying to me.
Jabs at Duty Ron on this channel, so stop.
Yeah, no,
I ain't timing you out for it, but I am removing the comments. You're not gonna shit talk Duty Ron in here. Duty Ron and me are cool as far as I know. We may not be after tonight. Fair enough, but it is what it is.
I don't know what that is.
Now,
see, I'll be out the loop.
I mean, it was completely biased. It was unbelievably biased. Yeah, no, I agree. There should always be two sides to the story. Now, I realize I saw Turtle Boy. He was in the chat, and he was pissed, and rightfully so. A lot of people are going to just, I mean, I know Bill being the fucking, sharp investigator that he is, clearly he's going to jump to the fucking conclusion that Turtle Boy is just a YouTuber, a YouTuber, a guy who just goes on YouTube and just makes a lot of noise and turns a town against each other, according to him. But
what the fuck is he talking? What the hell is the Glare talking? Man, this dude is hurt right now. He's off the cuff. They run, searches. Glare just effing burned himself hard. Oh, yeah? Okay.
We know that that's not true. Because the fact is the way that I saw Turtle Boy, the way that most of you, I would imagine, saw Turtle Boy being in that chat and so showing his frustration in that chat was he was seeing a lot of biased bullshit going on, a lot of simping and ass kissing going on. And it's an insult to somebody like Turtle Boy, who is an award-winning journalist who did a lot of investigating and being minimized.
Feelings, bro.
And him saying, let me up there. I can provide you with the right information. Now, I knew Bill wasn't going to do that. Bill's the kind of creator. A lot of these creators most creators are like this. Most creators, I'm not, but most creators are organized in the sense that they have a live stream plan. They have planned paneled guests. They're not just going to open up their panel and let somebody up there. So I knew that Turtle Boy was dreaming if he thought that Bill was going to just let him up there and start an argument with Jennifer Coffindoffer. That wasn't going to fucking happen. But I was still trying to be reasonable. I went on with my alt channel, not a troll channel. It's the same. It's by the same name as this one, except without.
Let me get this straight. So the Galera, you were blocked from a channel, right? That means they didn't want nothing to do with you. So you decided, let me go to another channel so I can invade them. And even though they don't want me here. Okay. All right. I got you. I'm understanding now.
It just says Glare.
I get it.
And
yeah,
I went in there with that one. And then sure, of course, everyone said, hi, hey, Glare, and everybody was just very welcoming towards me there. And then I made a comment at one point. I made a very simple comment saying I would be happy to provide you with a very organized spreadsheet with all of the documentation needed so that you can see the other side of this or make your own conclusion with a little smiley face. I wasn't being sarcastic. And then I got timed out. I know it wasn't Dawn Marie that timed me out, and she was the only mod in that chat. But I know it wasn't Dawn Marie that timed me out.
So they didn't want you there, man. Damn. What's wrong with him?
So now I'm not gonna. I mean, I see you're saying, Erica, you're saying censorship. Fair, okay, cool. But the thing is, I mean, every creator
that's not censorship. You can block whoever you want.
Creator has a right to handle their channel in their chat however they see fit. I'm not going to criticize the channel necessarily for that. Sometimes I will. But the way I was treated personally, I took offense to, seeing as I have done nothing but promote this channel. And dude, Bill, even though you had fucking Jennifer Coffendoffer on your panel, you wouldn't have gotten half the views that you had on that live stream tonight had I not sent over the very people that were over there who you decided to insult, who you decided to minimize and insult. Thanks to me, because I brought them over there. I brought them over there hoping, counting on you to provide a logical, unbiased perspective on a case, having done the deep dive that you said you were going to do, which you clearly didn't fucking do, Mr. Investigator of 20 fucking years. But you didn't do that.
No. You don't get to do that, though, Clara. You don't get to do that because you vouch for them. You cannot vouch for them now. You said that they were good. So just because they don't like you don't mean they're not good, right? Come on, man. You're not handling this in a mature way.
Even though that information is readily available.
Think about it.
Because this guy, who could probably with his education only get a job at Piggly Wiggly, yeah, that's probably facts. But I still have enough fucking common sense in my little Piggly Wiggly brain to fucking do simple research and look at the evidence involved.
Whoa, brother. What's wrong with the Piggly Wiggly? Now you going to another level. Now we disrespecting the Piggly Wiggly. What the Piggly Wiggly do to you?
Come on, son.
Damn, you might have fans that work at Piggly Wiggly, and now they gotta feel a type of way.
Involving a case that I'm going to cover. And you, as an experienced investigator, don't even have the fucking initiative to do that yourself. What I saw tonight was nothing but a cash grab. You thought you were going to get a bunch of fucking viewers to watch your channel because you know that there's a lot of controversy, and what you did was you attempted to exploit that controversy. And I saw right through it. You attempted to exploit that controversy. You sat there and you said, oh my God, this town is torn apart. And Turtle Boy is tearing this town apart. Acting like you're here for the people, and it breaks your heart to see this town so torn apart. And you didn't even have the decency. Not only did you not have the decency to listen to those very people who graced you with their presence in your chat and gave you views, not only did you fail to listen to them, you decided to insult them.
Yo, fam. Yo, the Gliver saying that when he's the king of doing that to people is quite hilarious to me. Right? Him saying that is insane, bro. Like, him saying that sounds like a bunch of just wildness, in my personal opinion. I just think that don't really make sense to me. Right? It don't really add up, but okay. You know what I mean? All right. Get off whatever you want to get off, bro.
Tabloid cop. Well said. Fucking tabloid cop.
All day, every day.
I will not show you respect any longer. I saw every reason to not show you any fucking respect ever again. I was beyond disgusted with what I saw tonight. Beyond fucking disgusted.
Now you know how we feel. Now you know how we feel, bro.
Dude, I mean...
Dude,
because what's most insulting, it wasn't the Piggly Wiggly comment that was the most insulting. It wasn't the what else did you fucking say? The toxic people, calling them toxic. That was the most insulting. What was the most insulting is that you treated them like they were fucking idiots. These people are not idiots. These are hardworking people with hardworking jobs.
Shut up.
Then I'm grateful to you guys for being here late because I realized that.
Shut up. It's only you switching. He has no common sense. Jennifer knows her stuff. She just chooses to voice her opinion of guilty until proven innocent. Excuse me? If that is how she feels. Yeah, I don't like that. But whatever. Everybody has their own opinion. I don't like that though. I don't like guilty until proven innocent. That's kind of fucked up. That's a fucked up way for someone to see it. Everyone who feels that way until they're the one who's in a predicament or who's being accused. Anyone could just throw a bullshit accusation and people are just supposed to believe it because it's guilty to innocent. That's fucking outrageous. The burden of proof is on the accuser. So yeah, I'm gonna disagree with that. That is her right to do and risk her own career. Yeah, that's what the fuck she want to do. What is she, like a lawyer or something? Let me see what you said that she was earlier, like an FBI person. Yeah, she out her fucking mind. And that's a crazy ass. You said FBI agent, law, justice contributor. Yeah, that's But that's my personal opinion, and she's entitled to have hers. But yeah, that's kind of crazy to me. Bang gang all day. Instead of cuffs out there with his name on them if he runs it right. Oh no.
But a lot of you have to go to work tomorrow. And I know it's late. And I did not plan on doing this live tonight. I sure as shit did not plan on doing this live tonight.
So
no,
you're
you
emotional.
Are not idiots, Erica. You are not.
So you're emotional.
The people, Bill, that you insulted tonight are people who reviewed evidence. What you failed to do. What the idiot that you had, the two idiots that you had on panel with you, failed to do. Or chose to do and chose to ignore in the process because it didn't fit their narrative. Since when is someone guilty before being proven innocent?
Yeah.
Why? Because she's accused of killing a cop? All the more reason why you should be seeking the proper justice, why you should have been unbiased. All the more reason.
I agree with that. I think he's being extremely emotional, but I do agree with the sentiment of guilty until proven innocent is insane, bro. You know how dangerous that is? Come on. Like, that sounds crazy. It's safer for both parties if you just innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, just because you're accused doesn't mean you're actually guilty until we can get the proof. How does that benefit? It's like, I don't understand. Maybe I don't know her logic behind that, but that does sound kind of crazy. And that's not me defending the Gliver.
Why you should have been unbiased and reviewed the evidence and reviewed receipts, reviewed documents. You didn't do a deep dive. You had a private conversation with your buddy, Jennifer Koffendorfer, behind the scenes, took her word for it, saw a cash grab because she's a personality on News Nation and on Court TV, and you saw an opportunity to get views because she was on there. That's it. That's all you saw. Money, money, money. All you saw. You didn't see shit, but...
It's just funny that he's saying that, though. That's the Gliver's tactic. He leeches on to whoever has any form of clout. If he can use you to get people to start watching him and subscribing, he will do his best. He'll go out his way. And that's the Gliver's techniques. That's his tactics. That's him.
That. You saw nothing but a fucking cash grab. Money, 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 money. And it was gross.
So you pay her to be like that. Okay. And whatever, and that's their business. If she want to be biased and they're paying her to be biased, then okay, whatever. I'm just not going to take whatever she says seriously, but that's just me, right? I need somebody that's going to review everything. But it's her right to have her opinion.
People, what are those two words? What are those two words? Say them in my chat, y'all. Yeah, I wasn't going to do this, but I'm doing it.
Okay.
So I hope you guys are comfortable.
You reviewing it?
Let's see if this guy tries to fucking strike me, because you can't.
Okay, he's reacting.
Everyone, and welcome to Police Off the Cuff Real Crime Stories. I'm your host, retired NYPD Sergeant Bill Cannon,
a fucking sergeant,
veteran of the.
A fucking sergeant. See, this is what pisses me off: is when I see shit like that, when I hear shit like that, I can't help but think how little justice was done based on this guy's lack of any type of what's the word I'm looking for? Incentive. With any type.
It's like some of the things he's saying, I can't disagree with, right? Because, yeah, I do think it's crazy for someone to say, oh, no, guilty until proven innocent. That's wild to me. That's not how America works. But on the other hand, the Gliver is not the right person to be sending this message. So it's like right message, wrong messenger. The Gliver is the worst person to be ever saying this at all, because he throws out accusations like it's nobody's business.
Of drive to get to the truth.
So, yeah. I mean,
how many people have been wrongfully arrested? That's what I want to know.
The right message, wrong messenger. That's what this is.
Under his watch? How many people were wrongfully convicted under his watch? How many people, how many families of victims didn't get justice under his watch? That's what I want to know.
Whoa.
Mr. I demand respect because I was a...
Hold on. Gliver, that's a nasty list of accusations you just put towards this man without actually knowing anything, which makes you know better than what you're... See, the Gliver, he can never do nothing right, man. The Gliver can never do nothing right. His emotions will make me just not even agree with him anymore. I agreed with him. He won. He had the victory, bro. In this argument, and but me just listening to both sides, he was winning. It sounded crazy coming from him, but he has the best argument. I think it's insane for somebody to say guilty until proven innocent. But then now, not only are you a hypocrite, you prove how much you're a hypocrite by doing the exact same thing that you're accusing them of doing. You're insinuating that he was a dirty cop with no evidence, no proof, no nothing. How does that make you better than them? Like, that makes no sense. In fact, I think that's even... Oh, man, it was a nasty song. Like, come on, bro. Can't be that dumb. Like, only he could say something and then go against it right after.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's crazy. He really said that. Yeah, he's out of pocket, bro. The Gliver is definitely out of pocket. Rewind that back.
How many people have been wrongfully arrested? That's what I want to know. Under his watch.
Wow.
How many people were wrongfully convicted under his watch? How many people, how many families of victims didn't get justice under his watch?
Wow. You, come on, bro. That was not even necessary. Fam, that was, why, Gliver? Like, just explain that to me if you can. Why was that? How does that prove that you shouldn't go guilty before innocent? Because that's what you just did. And it was because you was emotional. Whoa, you a nasty person, bro. How are you just acting like a little baby?
That's what I want to know.
Little baby.
Mr. I demand respect because I was an investigator for over 20, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a shit. What I care about is what you show us. You have a YouTube channel. You want to bring insight to cases that everyone's talking about it. Well, then bring the fucking insight.
This man is why would you want insight from somebody that you just made those accusations about, Gliver? Why would you want insights from someone that you just made those accusations about? That doesn't make any sense, Gliver. Come on. You're not even thinking. What's wrong with him? Like, I swear something is wrong with Gliver, man. He's a sick dude.
The NYPD.
Sick
We've covered
dude.
the John O'Keefe homicide and, of course, Karen Reed. And we're going to discuss that tonight. And we have a special guest tonight. And I'll introduce her later on.
You're talking about police off the cuff, right?
All realize in cases like these,
I got to speed this
the most
asshole up
important
because I
thing
can't even.
to follow is the evidence and the logical course of the evidence. And not
I know he's talking about when he just said that dirty cop Jane, he talking about Sergeant, this person that's talking right now on the screen. I guess that's the person who's running the police off the cuff channel. But then the overall subject matter, what they're speaking on, is the John O'Keefe situation.
thrown off.
I love that. I
Which
fucking,
I'm not
I
really,
adore that.
I don't know that much about. I'll learn more though. If it involves in what the hell we're hearing now, I'll look into it more.
You, bro, that is fucking adorable. That
You
is
guys have
just
any
so
information,
fucking
let me
sweet that
know.
you just said that. Let's hear that one more time.
Crime Stories
What are
on
you
your
talking
host,
about?
retired NYPD Sergeant Bill Cannon.
Yeah, not on screen. I know you're talking about.
We've covered
Yeah.
the John O'Keefe homicide and, of course, Karen Reed.
Have you
We're
though?
going to discuss that tonight, and we have a special guest tonight. I'll introduce her later on. But one of the things that we want to all realize in cases like these,
Yeah.
the most important thing to follow is the evidence.
The
And the
evidence.
logical course of the evidence. And not to get thrown
Oh
off.
wait, hold on.
The evidence that you.
You're saying wait, now I'm confused. The comments that he was just making was about the person on screen, right? Just now when he said the dirty cop, all that. That's about the person on screen, which is police off the cuff, if I'm not mistaken. But I guess their real name is Bill Cannon. Right? Are you saying that he wasn't speaking about this person that's on the screen? Let me know. I have no problem making corrections.
Who clearly haven't even fucking looked at, because I venture to say that if you actually did look at that evidence, that speaks volumes to me about you as an investigator. Because had you looked at the fucking evidence and you still drew the same conclusion that you did tonight, the way that you did tonight,
those dudes.
I pray for those families who it was you who was tasked with the responsibility of getting them justice. I pray for those families.
Damn, you pray for
if those
families?
are your investigative skills. That's what I want to know.
Oh, you ain't got to pray for you praying for the families though, brother. Brother, why you? Yeah, listen. If you just want to pray for the families just to do it, cool. But like, damn, you using the families to attack someone? That's kind of dangerous. The Gloria fights metaphorically dirty.
Things that perhaps aren't true.
Real
we understand that this case has been questioned by many people. In fact, they brought the FBI in. And I say, let's make sure that these allegations against law enforcement are not true. And to tell you the truth, I think they're probably not. But let's bring the FBI in. I'm sure the district attorney doesn't like it. But you know something? When you have a heavy case like this and lives are at stake, I think it's a good idea to bring in.
So who is this then?
Statements like
that. Okay. You're saying, so the statement was about Bill, and you're saying that that's a lame accusation against him, but a very true statement about McDonald. I don't know who the McDonald person is, though. Who is that?
That pissed me off that much more. He knows how important it is to get to the truth.
Don't mind receiving some
information. He fucking knows how important it is to get to the truth. He's explaining. He's expressing how important it is to get to the truth and what you need to do to get to it. And yet he did absolutely none of that in this case.
The specter of impartiality, and the FBI can make sure through their investigation. And if people aren't satisfied with their investigation, then guess what? They're not going to be satisfied with anything. So, folks, hang on to your hats. You're about to enter the police off the cuff zone. So we'll see you in a minute or two. Joining me tonight to make sense of this, if that's a possibility, or at least to present our perspective, our point of view on this from a police perspective. Joining me tonight is retired NYPD Sergeant, Professor of Criminal Justice at Albertus Magnus College in Connecticut, law degree, and just all-around good guy. We'll call him Professor Mike Geary. We sometimes call him Father Mike Geary. He's so priestly. Welcome to the show tonight, Mike.
Really, thank you very much. Thank you for having me on. Good to see you.
It's always a pleasure. And we have a special treat tonight. We have retired FBI agent and a consultant to actually a contributor to News Nation, and she's also on lots of other channels. Welcome to the show, Jennifer Koffendorfer.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
You know, Jennifer,
like, it was funny because I didn't even realize she was in there, because I got in here just a little bit later than what we're looking at here, and I'm looking. I see the chat go. I saw somebody go, Koffendorfer, I'm out. And I was like, well, wait a minute. I didn't realize, because I didn't know he was going to bring her on there. I didn't realize she was on there, and there was something up there that was blocking who was on panel. I couldn't see. He was blocking it, and they were like, Koffendorfer, I'm out. Well, Triffy, here's the thing: is he never had any fucking allegiance to me in any way, shape, or form. He's never promoted me. He's never nothing. But I mean, it doesn't explain why I was hidden from his channel. I was hidden from his channel for God knows what fucking reason before the shit even started. Probably because he saw my live stream last night and took it the wrong way. Probably because he had a fucking agenda to begin with, as far as this live stream is concerned. Probably when that 2 day gap between the stream that I reviewed yesterday taking place and the stream that took place tonight took place, when we thought that was him doing a deep dive into the case before he went live again to talk about it. No, I'm drawing the conclusion. My instincts, not as an investigator, but my instincts tell me that it was the time that Jennifer Assendorfer decided to agree to be on his panel. I'm busy this time. This time I can do it Wednesday late night. I can do it Sunday at 10 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. Eastern. That's what time I can do it. So yeah. And he was just sitting around fucking doing whatever the fuck he does. And just to bring her on and thinking that he's got an expert on, and he doesn't have to do any investigating himself. He doesn't have to do any research himself. He can just have this fucking twat muffin on his fucking channel. And she comes off as an expert in the case. That's all he needs to know. Just the one side. Right. Okay.
Jennifer, I always notice Cuomo calls you Koffendorfer. I'm like, where do you get that from? Is that what you told him? Or I think I'll pronounce my own way.
How you pronounce your name?
Okay, so I have to tell you, that's actually how it's pronounced, is Koffendorfer. But so many people say Doffer that it's just kind of stuck. And he might be the only one that actually says it right, but I could care less what everyone calls me, as long as it's not a real bad
How about Kontendorfer? How's that?
name.
You accept the incorrect pronunciations?
Absolutely.
All right, great. So this case, obviously, it's almost 2 years, January 29th, 2022. So it's coming on 2 years, and it's going to go to trial. There's been so much emotion in this case. And as I said, what we always want to do in a case like this is to follow the evidence. And there's Karen Reed and, of course, John O'Keefe.
This is where I came in.
Estimation was a great police officer. And not just that, an outstanding human being. You can't find anyone, I haven't read anything that said was nothing but a great guy. So just to give a little background to folks that maybe just learn.
Calamity Jade, thank you so much. Sadly, starting to sour on these retired LE experts. So many ignorant opinions. I cannot stress enough. When I retire, I will not go giving my name that rash prior personal professional opinion. Thank you, Calamity Jade. And I got your Cash App earlier. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
learning about this case. And this is according to CNN. In the pre-dawn hours of January 29, 2022, a man was found dead in a blizzard outside a house in suburban Boston. He was wearing 2 shirts, blue jean socks, and 1 black Nike sneaker. On the blanket of snow near his body were shards of glass and splotches of blood.
I love how this investigator never asks where the other sneaker is. At no point does he ever ask, well, where was the other sneaker? Was it found in her car? No. But he couldn't have been in the house, right? Real smart thinking there. Real smart sleuth in there, Mr. Experienced Sergeant Investigator.
John O'Keefe, and he was a Boston police officer. O'Keefe and his girlfriend of 2 years, Karen Reed, had been on a bar crawl earlier that night. Actually, they were at 2 bars. A bar crawl sounds like that you were at multiple. There were actually 2 bars. T.F. McCarthy's and the other one was like Waterfall Bar. Right, the Waterfall. Thank you, Jennifer. About 6 hours later, O'Keefe's body was spotted in the front yard of the house covered in snow. But what happened during those 6 hours had sharply divided Canton, a town of 24,000 people about 15 miles southwest of Boston. Residents of the town and neighboring suburbs have spent months debating 2 potential scenarios. Was O'Keefe beaten inside the house and tossed outside to die in the snow? Or did his girlfriend fatally strike him with her car? Local prosecutors have made their position clear, charging Reed with second-degree murder, vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated, and leaving the scene of a collision. She's pleaded not guilty, and a trial is set for March. So that's the brief synopsis.
Let me answer Brian Fitz, because right now, and I want to be very clear, right now, when I talk about the John O'Keefe and Karen Reed case, the people who I respect the most in this case are not YouTube creators or even bloggers. They are the people being affected by this. And those are the very people who Bill decided to insult in his own chat. And Brian Fitz is one of these people. So I'm going to indulge his question here. Will, did you talk with Bill? Why did you think he would be good? Because by default, until they give me reason otherwise, I give anybody who served in law enforcement, in the military, I give them respect. By default, automatically, I give them respect. And I don't mind putting my name out there for that. But if you fuck with the fact that I put your name out there and put my name on the line to promote you, well, then you're going to hear from me, which is what I'm doing here tonight. But by default, and I hope that answers your question, Brian Fitz. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Brian Fitz said he respects that. And I appreciate that. And I know that everybody in Canton, most everybody in Canton feels the same way. That's the issue, man. This is what really is so heartbreaking. Is for him to trash and insult these people was heartbreaking. It was fucking heartbreaking.
One of the things that that's indisputable is both Reed and Officer John O'Keefe were drinking quite heavily. They were probably both qualified as intoxicated. And they said Karen Reed's blood alcohol level was anywhere between 0.13 and 0.293, that's pretty damn intoxicated.
Lauren MRN, thank you so much. The Glare, thanks for covering the Karen Reed case. And oh yeah, by the way, coffin number sucks. Yeah, speaking facts. Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate that.
So there's no question about that. And so knowing a little bit about alcohol, we don't all react the same way. We don't respond the same way. We don't see things the same way when we're intoxicated. Jennifer, your thoughts about this?
See, just saying words does not make you playing devil's advocate. What makes you playing devil's advocate is going over the actual court documentations and the actual witness statements. And this is the funny thing about that, is all he has to do is look at witness statements. That's the funniest fucking thing. Like that, just the witness statements alone. You could pick 2 witness statements, and I say 2 and not 1 for a good reason. You could take 2 witness statements, pick 2 of them out of a fucking hat. Out of all the witness statements taken, pick 2 of those witness statements out of a fucking hat. And I promise you they'll contradict each other. Doesn't matter which 2. They contradict each other. Like, that right there is a drop in the bucket of what would create doubt in a jury. The way that he explains, the things that he explains, and I knew this the other day. I just had faith that this experienced investigator would spend the next 2 days after that last live stream doing research and looking over court documents and looking over witness statements that are publicly available. I counted on that. Because I'm thinking, there's no fucking way that an experienced investigator is not going to look at this case and go, fuck, what in the fuck is going on? And now it's too late. Because this is the kind of guy, his ego, and I know it. I know his fucking ego. I saw it come to fruition at the end of his live stream here. I saw that ego come out. This guy's not going to admit that he was wrong. He's just another coffin doffer. He's not going to admit that he was wrong. He's going to be afraid to look over those documents now. He's going to be afraid to look over the witness statements. He's going to be afraid to do that. He's going to be afraid that he's going to have to face the fact that he was fucking wrong and he made an ass of himself on his own goddamn channel. He'll never do it. Guaranteed. He'll never do it. And if he does, he's going to double down. Because to him, it's more valuable to keep this little cash cow right here on the bottom of your screen here, this little cash cow right here, available to join his panel because it generates views for him, because she's on News Nation and because she's on Court TV as an expert. So God forbid he crosses her. But see, that's what's so fucking sad, man. That's what's so sad is in the grand scheme of things, dude, being an experienced investigator and having the balls to actually fucking look at actual documentation instead of simping for people who you think are going to generate you views to have on your panel. That's going to get you the most views in the long run. That's the YouTube game, dude. I promise. I promise.
Yo, the fact that he really sitting here describing his whole growth, right? The Galera was a nobody. I remember the Galera like trying to reach out and beg me for collabs, bro. When he was like, I think he had like 1,000 subs and he was kissing Critical K's ass, right? And then I destroyed her in like 5 panel guests on her channel, right? Like 6 versus 1, destroyed them. And he was trying to kiss my behind, right? And I started seeing his like certain strategies. Other YouTubers know this. I'm the only one that says it publicly. I'm talking about like the bigger YouTubers and people that don't just talk about crime, like true crime channels. They know this. They all laugh at the Galera like he's a joke. I've had conversations with plenty of them. And they all say, yo, I ain't going to say it publicly, right? I don't want to ruffle any feathers for no reason. And then he going to say something stupid. Then I got to expose him. I'm talking about true crime. I ain't talking about the Galera. And I understand. It'll make no sense for them to just start taking shots, right? But they all know he's a bozo that be hopping in everybody's live chats, kissing they behind if you got a certain amount of subscribers. He's always done that. Like he just like follows a bunch of people. Like there's certain types of creators that do this. They orbit more talented creators and try to leech off of their following. He doesn't actually create content. There's no edited videos. I went to look and see how many documentaries I had. Just off of TV shows and movies alone, I have over 60. When it comes to true crime, I have over 40. I've only released 20. And nobody really knows because I don't even promote that channel. I did it just because I wanted to do it. I'm talking about like deep dives, like really going into it. Stuff that's not just me sitting here and crying on a live stream, right? I'm an actual content creator that enjoys live streaming. So I do extra so I can be able to live stream with you guys. He's just the orbiter. He orbits Annie from Tendon Life. He orbits the Down Challenge podcast. Anyone who has subscribers, he's going to orbit, start trying to promote you with the hopes that you promote him back. And then when you don't give the same opinions that he wants you to give, now he hates you. That's what he does. So, is there a scale for stupid rants? That's funny. Galera F around and find out. News Nation hires them both to talk on their show, both Jennifer and Chris. Yeah. Hey, man. It seemed like he might just be hating.
But that's his ticket into having a little guest spot on Court TV and having his own little guest spot on News Nation as a panelist. Because getting on those panels on Court TV or on News Nation is going to promote his YouTube channel. And that's what he's interested in. He's not interested in the truth, and he's not interested in facts. Because if he were, he'd fucking review them that are publicly available.
Absolutely, they took her blood alcohol, and it was somewhere between 0.07 and 0.08, and that was after 9 o'clock.
I've been thinking about this. I talked to my older brother about this, so I might try to get on a TV show. I don't know which one. I'm thinking along the lines of Big Brother, maybe Squid Games. I would do 60 Days In, but homie, y'all gonna have to pay me more for me to sacrifice 2 months of my life. You want me to be in jail? I need like $5,000 a day, my nigga. I could do it standing on my head. I'm not doing it. I heard they get paid like $5,000 for the whole thing. You out your mind. If you think I'm gonna spend 60 days in jail for 5? Nigga, you drunk? No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm gonna need more than that, player. For the
Morning. And that is where, the doctors surmised that her blood alcohol level was the figures that you previously named. I think it's very interesting because initially when she first reached out to Jen McCabe, she actually says she doesn't even remember going to 34 Fairview, at all. And then later, the story changes over and over. I think part of that might be attributed to the alcohol consumption and her lack of knowledge and memory the next morning.
Look, there's no doubt.
I wouldn't do no show like that. I wouldn't do None of those love shows either. Because I got a few offers. Somebody tried to get me to be on Judge Judy once. I wish I still had the letter. Judge Judy mailed me a letter trying to get me to be one of the people on it. That's when I learned that judge shows is fake as hell. Do you know that they pay for everybody? Which is why these people go on there and embarrass themselves. Win or lose, the show pays for it. Right? So say you was suing me for like $10,000 because I broke your fucking TV. If we go on that show, even if I lose the case, the show pays for the TV. Crazy.
Out that you can have a blackout from alcohol and totally not remember things. Mike, your thoughts?
Yeah, that's one of the issues for her is that she made statements to people, she suggested things, and then later on, as she sobered up after she had fallen asleep for a few hours.
I love how nobody's mentioning here that everybody was drinking. Everybody that was in the house was drinking. They were at the bar, at both the bars, drinking with Karen Read. Nobody mentions that. You know, they're villainizing Karen Read, saying, "Oh, well, she was just a sloppy drunk who probably blacked out." But it doesn't occur to anybody that somebody fucking in that house got sloppy drunk, got in a fight with John O'Keefe, shit went too far, and the people in the house, being family and friends, decided to back each other up and cover it up. But no, it's a conspiracy theory and it's too far-fetched, right? Okay. Leah Baker, thank you so much. You had good intentions. This guy just needed to read court documents. Maybe 2 hours? Right. I mean, right. Like,
I'm too old to be on like the Real World or something like that. Even though I wish, man. I should have auditioned when I was young. I was going to audition, and then I kept getting in trouble.
And Glamasus, thank you so much. Trauma affects your memory. Anyone who has been through it knows. Sure. Absolutely. It absolutely does.
It seems like it's recent.
Sobered up, went back and started doing a search. She still was suffering the effects of the alcohol, but she was a lot less impaired, and perhaps she was had a little bit more control of her faculties. But yeah, there it is. You've seen this as a police officer. I've seen this as other people can't even remember what they did. They're arrested, they're in central booking, and they don't really have any recollection of what they did. And you tell them they're going to deny it, and it's a shame. But there's this huge hole of a few hours where she doesn't really have anything instructive to add to accurately portray what actually happened.
No, absolutely.
I love that fucking statement because I mentioned in the chat. This was I think before I realized that I was hidden. What do you think took place? What are you implying took place in those few hours? What, like this guy's a professor of what?
Who the hell Turtle Boy is? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know who Turtle Boy is. He keeps saying that. I don't know what that is.
Professor of what? Because I'm dying to know. What are you implying, Mr. Professor, took place in the time that in those few hours that are unaccounted for? That she like went over there and just ran this guy over, ran over this police officer over and over and over again over a span of a few hours, went, disposed of his body, decided that she didn't like the spot, brought him back, and then put him. I'm just trying to fill up hours here in my mind here. I'm trying to fill up hours using your logic. That's all I'm trying to do here. Did she go and dispose of his body and then bring his body back and then put it in the front of the property of 34 Fairview? Is that what happened, Mr. Professor? Well, what are you implying took place in these few hours? Of course, this doesn't come into the investigator's mind. He doesn't ask those questions because, he's just worried about the numbers that are coming in. He's just worried about the numbers that are coming in because he has this all-star panel, supposedly.
Money.
Absolutely. And I want to read also what CNN says. This is what they said Karen Read says happened that night. In court documents and a media interview, she said that she and O'Keefe went to 2 Canton bars that night. They mingled with friends, drinking beers and vodka sodas before going to the home on Fairview Road. Read said she dropped off O'Keefe outside the house and returned to his place, but she wasn't feeling well. She called and texted him throughout the night, she said, but there was no response. About 4:30 a.m., Read woke up screaming when she realized O'Keefe had not come home, court documents said. She called 2 female friends, including Jennifer McCabe, who had been drinking with her that night. Together, the 3 women drove through the streets of Canton in near whiteout conditions, looking for O'Keefe and calling his name. As the 3 women approached Fairview Road, Read said she caught a glimpse of O'Keefe lying on his back in the yard. McCabe told authorities that Read jumped out of the car in a panic and performed CPR on him, but he was not responsive. So when they called 911 and saw dark officers who responded to the scene said they needed to use a spotlight attached to a police cruiser to find the women. A medical examiner later determined that O'Keefe suffered multiple skull fractures consistent with blunt force trauma that led to bleeding in the brain.
Multiple skull fractures.
Black eyes, several abrasions on his right arm.
Multiple skull fractures. Multiple. Because my man just like, he gets hit by a car, right? He gets hit by a car. He must have been hit in the head, right? Because that's what happens. I guess maybe he was bent over, throwing up maybe, right? I don't know. He gets hit in the head. There's no injuries to the lower part of his body. but multiple skull fractures. So what did he do? What did Karen Reed allegedly do? Did she just run him over? Did she run over his head 2 or 3 times? Is that what she did with this fallen police officer? I'm curious. What's the reasoning behind the multiple skull fractures from getting hit by a car once? And I guess he was just bent over throwing up. She hit him with the taillight. The taillight that, according to Ryan Nagel, was still intact while she was alone in the car, and he must have either been inside the house or lying dead in the front lawn. Right? Because, I mean, explain that one. If you had looked at the fucking witness statements, Mr. Bill, you would have seen that a witness says that the taillights were absolutely intact. There was no visible damage to the car. Even though the rear lights were illuminated, the inside of the car was illuminated, and she was alone in the car. That means that she had to have been on the front lawn. That John O'Keefe had to have been on the front lawn, right? But if that were the case, then why were the lights intact if she broke her taillight hitting him? Riddle me that, Mr. Investigator. That means he must have been in the house because that's the only place he could have been, right? And why don't you ask your panelist why she said herself on court TV that well after the alleged hit manslaughter took place, or murder, excuse me, well after this supposed murder took place with her car where she broke the taillight, why did your panelist state on court TV just the other day that the taillight was intact? After the fact. She said it herself. This expert that you have on your panel.
Yeah, I'm sick of these fake ass detectives. Nigga, you on the internet, man. Shut up. Like, shut up. You on the internet, man. There ain't no damn Detective Galera. At 5:42, the tire marks. And nigga, shut up. Shut up. Sometimes people be asking me to do shit like that. I'm like, nigga, I'm smart, but I ain't no damn detective. I do figure out the ending of every movie I ever watch, but that's because this shit be predictable. Shit, who knows? I might still take a detective exam, right? Or what do they call it? A private investigator? I thought about doing that. But you need, like, I think some years experience, and I don't feel like working under somebody.
Okay.
As well as blood around his nose and mouth. Hypothermia was a contributing factor in his death, according to the autopsy. Reed and her legal team, which includes attorneys Alan Jackson and David Giannetti, have said she's been trained to protect the real killers. We know who did it. We know who spearheaded this cover-up. You all know. Reed told reporters at the court hearing in September, I tried to save his life. I tried to save his life at 6 a.m. I was covered in his blood. I was the only one trying to save his life. Now, the most important thing evidentiary-wise, Jennifer, right now is...
Yeah, facts. You know how I know that's true? Bill? You know how I know that's true? Because I heard a recording. Yeah, I heard a recording. I heard a recording of Jennifer McCabe calling 911, and Karen Reed was the only one that seemed concerned for him. Yeah, a recording. That's called evidence. You ever heard of it, Mr. Investigator? Ever hear of evidence? It's a word usually thrown around in law enforcement, in investigations. Yeah, it's called evidence. Dickhead.
The defense is coming up with this theory that he was inside the house and he took a beating inside the house and they dumped his body in the front of the house into the street. That in itself is almost the entire case because that's their defense. And if it can be proven that he never ever made it into that house, then what kind of case do they have, Jennifer?
Yeah,
Well,
let's do that for a second here. Let's do that for a second here.
Yes, I need someone to take 34-year-old Vietnam. There's a man passed out in the snow. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I think he's dead.
The hell am I listening to? What is he playing? You sound weird as hell.
Carrie. That's Karen Reed. That's her voice. The one panicking. You know, the one who didn't give a shit. The murderer.
Yes, I need someone to take 34-year-old Vietnam. There's a man passed out in the snow.
Put some beer in that coffee, Galera.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
A man passed out in the snow.
I think he's dead.
I just can barely hear this damn audio, bro. I'm so sick of him. Are we done?
Where's the blanket? I don't see blankets, Harry. Yes, I need some.
I'm waiting to hear the part where he talking about they went crazy on him. Yeah, that's good. That's part.
The defense has proof that we've all seen that these dickheads. I mean, how unbelievable is it that there could be a conspiracy among?
Where's the part where they banned him?
Oh, I can't.
Is he over there crying, man?
So, but there.
Where's the part where they
The
banned
response
him?
time from that first police officer in less than
Oh my
in the
God.
shyster, very.
Said up into the grass, if you will. Now,
My man.
If it was, I don't know if it was,
Oh,
negligence
man,
or
that's so
literally hit him.
trash.
I don't know. All that tells me is you haven't even fucking looked at the evidence, Professor. That's all it tells me. And Bill's a fucking clown for having these people up here and going based on what they're saying without taking any look at the evidence himself. Bill's a fucking clown for that.
That may have happened using your own common sense judgment about your experiences in life. And hopefully they'll get away from the emotional stuff. And
That's how people should look at this. Common sense judgment. At no point does he say, actually look at the evidence. And if he does, there's no mention of witness statements. There's no mention of court documents, except for Jennifer Koffendorfer at one point said, the court document said this and this and this. But this guy, he doesn't mention it because they're non-existent to him. His whole thing is, here's your common sense. Here's your common sense based on your own life experiences. I love that. I love that. Use your common sense based on, your own life experiences. And, yeah, if I did that, if I had just done that, I'd be on their side too. Because I'm not going to just jump to the conclusion that a bunch of cops and lacrosse moms are jumping to a conclusion that there's a conspiracy to cover up a murder and frame an innocent woman. I would never, ever jump to that conclusion. I consider myself a rational, logical person. I would never just jump to that conclusion. I went into this totally like, oh, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then I looked at the evidence. And then I was like, well, then this is disturbing. And then I looked at more evidence and went, this is really disturbing. And then I looked at more evidence and went, this woman didn't do it. I just don't see it. Doesn't make sense. A deep dive, Bill. The deep dive that you said you were going to do, which you clearly never did, Bill.
will come to whatever decision they come to. Hopefully they'll do it in a very calm, common sense manner.
Absolutely. I think that, this could come down to also is
Man,
never in the house. And that's
I'm
the
sick
defense.
of this
That's the
thing
defense. That he was in the house and he got beaten up in the house, they threw him out on the. That makes no sense whatsoever. But that is the defense.
How does that not
I'm
make,
getting tired of him crying right now.
when the truth happens to create doubt? That's not the investigator's fault.
Oh
It was
my
working that
God.
night in the car. They know it was working. They tested it.
Coming to our show, I want to appreciate you giving us your attention for an hour and 10 minutes. Any last words, Mike?
No, just I just want everybody to.
He really just sat here and cried this whole. Man, I'm done. I don't know why I thought something actually was going to happen within this stream. I don't know why. I should not be surprised by that. That's the stream, man. That's it. That's it. Ain't nothing. Hit the like button. Tell me what you think in the comment section.